Medium just declared war on AI-generated writing, and here's why I think it's a smart but also a dumb move. So 2 days ago, by the day I'm recording this video, I received this email, and if you are enrolled in the Medium Partner Program, you probably received that email too. And basically, here's what it says. It says that it will not only throttle the reach of AI-generated content, but might get you revoked from the partner program, which is basically how you make money writing on Medium. So let's take a look at this paragraph right here, which will show you why I think it's a good thing and why I think it's also a stupid thing to do. Many people have actually used the fact that AI can create a lot of content to simply flood the internet with a bunch of garbage content, right? So that's just a matter of fact. We see this on Medium, we see this on SEO, social media, etc., etc. So the interesting thing right here is that 99% of people who are actually using AI to write probably do it the wrong way. The thing right here is how actually Medium defines AI-generated content. It's what you see right here. So we define AI-generated writing as writing where the majority of the content has been created by an AI writing program with little or no edits, improvement, fact-checking, or changes, right? So this is quite interesting, which more or less implies that, hey, if I'm using AI to write with edits, it might be permissible, which I think is still not true, because if your writing don't passes the AI content checkers, then I certainly don't think that you can use this as the fact of justifying what you wrote with AI in case you get revoked, right? So not that much to say about this part of the statement, but here's why I think it started becoming stupid. So this does not include AI writing tools such as AI outlining, AI-assisted fact spelling, or grammar checkers. So what I want to draw your attention to is this one right here, AI outlining. So what is basically an outline? An outline is basically the skeleton of your article. So when you're creating an article, what you're doing is you're simply going to list the different points you want to state in your article. So as an example, if you're writing an article about 5 ways to improve your posture, then your outline would be, well, tip number 1 is this, tip number 2 is that, etc., etc., etc. So the problem is, and this is something that I always say to all my students, is never use AI to outline your articles or any type of content. The reason is that you're simply going to end up the same ideas as everyone else. Because here's what most people don't understand about AI. It's nothing else than a prediction machine, right? So AI has been trained on a defined set of data, usually garbage data on the internet, because let's face it, most content on the internet is garbage, right? This is why you see the generic content that AI spits out is more or less garbage. And this implies that AI is nothing else than predicting the next words, right? So it predicts a whole bunch of text based on probabilities, right? So what is the next most probable word in this specific context? So if you're using AI to create an outline for your articles or to find ideas, then chances are you are simply going to end up with the same content, or with the same ideas at least, as your competitors next doors, right? So this is why I emphasize the fact that you need a way to come up with your own ideas. So there is actually no harm in using AI to simply kickstart the brainstorming process, right? So you ask AI something, it spits out something, and then you start simply brainstorming and come up with new ideas on your own terms, right? This is why I emphasize on the fact that you need to take notes. You need to come up with your own unique ideas. And this is why I have a bunch of videos on this channel showing you how to set up a note-taking system so that you can distill what you learn and start combining and finding new ideas for your content. So if there is one thing that I don't want to use AI with, it's basically AI outlining. So what does this new policy actually mean? It means that, well, you are allowed to come up with the same ideas as your competitors, but you're not allowed to use AI to simply crank out your first drafts with AI faster based on your ideas, which is completely nonsense. Because if you actually head over to Medium's homepage, you see that Medium emphasizes thinking and expertise from writers, right? which means that, at least how I see content creation, is that the writing or the typing itself doesn't have much value. The value is behind the thinking and the expertise. And if I'm spending time thinking, coming up with new ideas, testing, experimenting new things, and simply want to use AI to simply distill and share this in a faster way, I actually see that this policy is harming the process. However, I think that this new policy is definitely not emphasizing how to use AI the right way. So again, nothing that you can really do about this. And I'll still continue to use Medium as a traffic source and to write on it. So I merely wanted to share these updates and know how I think about them and how you should think about writing with AI, and why actually using AI outlining is definitely not something that I would encourage you to do. And in case you want to explore more about how to come up with new ideas, how to actually use AI in a responsible way to write your next pieces of content 10 times faster, you're going to see a link in the description to my free courses that will help you achieve that. So I hope that this was helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.